Arne Slot has to go. I am fed up. I'm getting worse now, I am, because I'm holding it all in. I am fed up looking at Twitter, looking at Talksport, these mongs coming on. Give him time, give him time. The man, he's breaking records for losing. And we're back for more torture. Liverpool plays PSV tonight in the Champions League. A chance to get back to winning ways. I don't know how many times I've said that. Liverpool should be beating PSV. Said it against Forest. I said it for other games. The Dutch League is not as strong as the Premier League, let's be real about it. And Liverpool winning tonight, don't be getting carried away. Don't be thinking, yeah, we're back to winning ways. I want to see some form. I want to see a run put together before I can even start talking about Liverpool giving me any hope. Starting lineup tonight, obviously, Marmadeshra is back in goals. Szoboszlai again, right full. Why is he not playing Gomez? I mean, Gomez is a right full to me. Centre half right full. He can play full back. Like it's not something he hasn't done before under Klopp. Again, Szoboszlai I think has been our best player this season. He's thrown him back to right full. I'm not happy with his decision making, but let's be real. The win tonight, don't be getting carried away. Konate, Van Dijk, nothing we can do there. Same. It's going to be the same all year round. If one of them gets injured, we're really doomed. But that's what we're playing with all the time. Kirk needs to be better. We've said it the other day. I think most Liverpool fans will tell you the same. He needs to step up. Jones, Gravenberch and McAllister, same. They need to have a good game tonight. And you have Salah, Ekitike and Gakpo. Now, Gakpo was saying there, I seen it today, that he was saying they were all embarrassed. Had a big chat with themselves in the dressing room on Sunday or Saturday. And they were embarrassed. But look, that's shit talk. Like, that's just, that's what you have to give to the press. Tell them this. It's proven is another thing. And Liverpool need to get on the front foot tonight. They need to stop this shit possession football and playing around to nobody. Playing among themselves, brilliant possession, Bob, super, and no end product. They need to start pressing from the front and they need to start putting teams under pressure. Anfield is no fortress anymore, we know that. It was under Klopp. Slot has turned that around to a place where we can get a result there. And Slot is under pressure for his job. I've been speaking to loads of fans this week, fans around my town. I've seen Twitter or X, and I'm reading the room, watching Talksport, and I would say the majority of people want to see Slot gone. Now that's not saying they're going to sack him, they're not. But he's not far from it if the results keep going the same way. And that's a fact. Talking about other managers is hard at the moment. I mean, because obviously Slot is still there, and it's probably, they say it's disrespectful. It probably is, like, for him looking at this, seeing all this commotion going on, managers being linked. But Slot is definitely under pressure, and he needs a result. He needs to get obviously win tonight, and he needs to beat West Ham. I mean, to be honest, I'd say the next few games, the next 3-4 games is going to be. I don't care what they say in the press about his support, and they're giving him support and they're trusting him and all that. Let me tell you, if Liverpool drop points tonight in the Champions League, not that it matters. We always said this on this channel. We have always said, like, you're always going. 24 teams out of 36 is a load of bollocks. Let's be real about it, right? It's just a shit show. It's a money game. Like, I'm not even interested in Champions League football. I watch it because Liverpool's playing. I'm not interested until the knockouts because it's just gone. It's just worse than international friendlies. But they still need to get a result tonight for their own confidence, and they need to get a result. If he drops points against West Ham again, and now I mean, to be honest, even the win is a big thought, a big ask against West Ham on this weekend away. But yeah, I think a point or loss is definitely going to put him under pressure, but that'll carry on to the next game. But he definitely needs a result, and a few results quickly. And he needs momentum because, I mean, there's questions. There's questions to be asked on Slot, tactics, decision making. I don't know. There's other things as well. But look, we won't get there. I want to see Liverpool win tonight. I want to see them win against West Ham, and I want to see them go on a run. Don't get carried away if we win tonight. It's the Premier League now on Sunday. That's where we need to get form. It'd be nice to get some form as the season progresses, going into the Champions League. That's what you need, because we've always said it here. The Premier League is gone. top four is actually, is going to be a tight squeeze for Liverpool the way they're playing. But that's what we'll be looking at this season, hoping to get in top four and getting some form, getting some momentum, so that we could have a crack at the Champions League, because that and the FA Cup is all we have. So anyways, let's see how this first half goes, and we'll speak to you at half time. Good luck. So 1-1 at the break. Penalty for PSV in the first few minutes. Again, it was, it's Liverpool giving something away. I don't know what the commentator said. I think he said that's the 9th or 10th time this season we've gone behind. And that's a lot considering the amount of games we've only played. But look, we got the equaliser not long after that with Szoboszlai, who I thought actually would be back at right full, but Jones is in there doing a job, which I prefer than Szoboszlai out of position. But look, I expect Liverpool to go on and win this game. I do. I hope they don't come out in the second half like they did the first and concede or give a soft penalty away. But you can still see that there's a bit of nervousness there with Liverpool conceding the manager. They obviously want to get a few wins. They obviously want to get a win here tonight and start to take this negative spotlight off them. And look, they're not going to do it over one night. As I said, I expect them to win tonight. Going on and beating West Ham would be good, obviously, and that would help pick confidence up. But yeah, there's not a lot happening. Ekatika looks lively. We haven't had any really clear-cut chances, where we should be definitely 4-5-1 up or 2-3-1, whatever. We're not, it's 1-1. I'd say we are the better team. PSV don't look like they're that dangerous, apart from that penalty kick. But again, as the game goes on longer, if it's 1-1 after 65, 70 minutes, pressure start to mount, So they obviously want to get that goal quick just to get that pressure off them. And because it is nerve, I'm being nervous or being, agitated about getting a result can obviously bring pressure on, and the longer it goes on, the worse it is. But look, I expect Liverpool to win, and yeah, we'll see how we are at full time. But we are the better team here. But look, I think we'll do enough to win the game. Woo! Another loss for Liverpool. Arne slot has to go. I am fed up. I'm getting worse now, I am, because I'm holding it all in. I am fed up looking at Twitter, looking at TalkSport, these mongs coming on. Give him time. The man, he's breaking records for losing. It's unbelievable. How bad can Liverpool get? I'm talking about losing game after game after game after game. And this man happens to be the manager. And their heads are in the sand. These Slot fans, their heads are in the sand. 4-1. 4-1. For fuck's sake. 3-0 against Nottingham Forest. 7 goals in fucking 2 games and scored 1. And fucking these idiots coming on talking about Slot. Oh, give him time. Fuck his time. He's lost it. I fucking said it here last week. He's lost the dressing room. He's lost. I know there's players that doesn't want to play for him. Now, it's inevitable. I don't like this shite of waiting around. He's getting the sack. Come on here, make a meme, call me names, do anything you want if he turns it around. But I know he's not turning it around. I know he's getting the sack. So why delay it? Why delay it? Absolutely fucking useless. I'm even looking at Van Dijk there, who I love, pointing fingers the whole time as well. Pointing the fingers. And he's a top player. I still think the best centre-half in the Premier League. But he's actually even starting to eye me in the pitch now because he's throwing traps as well. New manager needs to come in. They need to get a new manager. A new manager comes in and takes none of this bullshit. And this old tippy-tapping with Salah, same shite with him. Because this is what's wrong. You need a manager coming in, getting them, fucking them out of it. Because these managers are too Slot has been pussyfooting around Salah. He's been pussyfooting around with a lot of these players, and he's actually given. Look again. You lose 4-1. So I'm going about Chiesa. I keep going on about Chiesa. Even the commentator said it. Anytime he comes on, he tries to be proactive. He actually is direct. He wants what we need going forward. Try and get goals. Go for goal. This shite of fluting around the whole time, and nothing happening again. Possession, as I said. Oh man, it's absolutely just annoying as fuck to concede 7 goals again in 2 games and score 1. I know, we possession kings. So I've had enough. We're delaying the inevitable. Slot is gone. I know he's gone, but I told him gone quickly because what's the point in wasting time? And you can come back to this and make you laugh at me if you want, but I know you won't be coming back. So, what's the point in even talking about this game? Beaten 4-1. There's no energy in the team, no intensity, no fire, no nastiness, no hating to lose. But I'm telling you now, I can tell now the players is not. It's not just Slot, but Slot has a lot to do with it because his football tactics are absolutely shocking. I've always said that. But the players, they're not totally blameless in this. But we need a new manager to come in and kick these up the backside and try and get things going again, because we're lost, we're gone, and it's not getting any better. And let's stop delaying the inevitable. I can't even talk about anyone that played well in like that. Well, actually, do you know what? I know it's Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai was actually very, very good. It's hard to believe that, isn't it, in a 4-1 loss? But it's only a matter of time, I think, before he gets the sack. Game straight away this weekend away to West Ham, and then they're at home to Sunderland, and then Leeds. Like 2 home games, they're getting hammered twice. I don't know. Like it's, West Ham sure on look like a cert tomorrow the weekend to beat us. We totally lost. I'm actually speechless here. I'm absolutely speechless. I don't know what to say. But this is it now. So Slot lovers, I want to hear you tomorrow. I want to hear you now tomorrow. I'll be watching TalkSport. I'll be looking at Twitter. I'll be looking to see all this crack now. To see these great... I should have... Do you know the only thing is I'm sorry I didn't bookmark some tweets, because I want to see their reaction now after this. So, there's no turning this around. I know there's no turning it around. The players have down tools. And, yeah, I mean, look, this game... As I said earlier, we're going to go to the knockouts anyways. Whether it be top 8 or just going to play an extra 2 games, we're going to get to the knockouts. We know that. This game, I think, now, as bad as this sounds, this could have been a blessing, because this is the game now where they're really going to have to get their finger out now, FSG, and figure out who do they want. Now, they might not get them straight away. They might have to bide their time, and maybe there might be a few more games, but there's no way they're not on the phone to some of these managers or their agents. I'd love Klopp to come back in, steady the ship. I know it's a tall ask. I don't think it's going to happen. I've heard him on the Stephen Bartlett podcast. He was talking about he is still drained. He doesn't want to. I'd love for him to come back to steady the ship, just so they could do some research on who they want at the end of the season. But I tell you what, a lot of managers are going to want that job, that's for sure. But timing might be a thing. But look, there's nothing to talk about that game only. We were brutal again. It's not happening for us. We're not even playing good football. We're not nasty enough. I don't know. I don't know if some of these players are intentionally just... I have to not believe it, that they're putting down, or they just don't want to play for him. There's something wrong. But it's definitely rotten. And look, unfortunately, you can't sack the players. I mean, there'll be a few players we could sack, but you can't do that. So, the manager, he's the head honcho. The tactics are brutal. As I said, his decision making, some of his starting lineups, his substitutions, he's just to me a disaster, and I mean that. He's a disaster, and it's hard to believe he won a Premier League last season. I'd say again, the back end of Klopp, up to that PSG game last season, Liverpool weren't too far away from Klopp's team. It just changed like that. He probably wanted to put his own stamp on it. He got his players in this summer, 500 million as well spent, and he doesn't know what to do with them. I'm just had enough of money. The sweat is hopping on me here. And yeah, I've had enough. So anyways, we will see the weekend what the crack is. But there's going to be big talk tomorrow. I mean, this can't keep happening. Jesus Christ almighty. Right. Good luck. Talk to you soon.